I didn't see you sitting in your stand. I didn't know I was walking on your land. I leaned down just to get a big bite of grass. I had a feeling something wasn't right. Then I saw a flash.
Hello YouTube, this today is going to be to catch the end of the Gra for Gecko. I wanted to do a animal encounter for him because I have one that is my uniquest one, which was a few years that I moved into this place out here. We're on a pretty big section of property out here that is a partial well, I need to do something here real quick, guys. I just noticed this. Sorry, folks. Sorry to have all that noise in the background. I didn't realize that was going on here. So get rid of that real quick here and back to it. My encounter was we moved into this place. We've been out here a few months, well, a couple of years actually, on this property here in Montana. We're on a pie-shaped acre, but we've got about, I don't know how many sections around us, so there's wild animals all over the place. I come walking out because I hear my dog just literally going nuts. Let me do this real quick. This is my little very first briar, my very first pipe that I ever bought myself. I actually bought two. I bought a little tiny corn cob, but this is my very first one that I bought and started smoking. A lot of stories behind this, but housekeeping in it is Lane's Berry Raspberry. And I'm smoking it today. I love my raspberry flavors, my raspberry aromatics. And it went out, so I'll relight it real quick. But to let you know that I'm hearing my Australian Shepherd out there literally just barking his head off, just going literally nuts out there. And I don't know how old the dog was at the time. We had the dog since it was about 2 or 3 years old. And he's the largest breed Australian Shepherd that was designed and developed. The Australian Shepherds moved into the U.S., but he's a large one. And he was out there just barking, so I finally just walked out there. He had his head stuck through the fence holes. I had good-sized fence holes out there. Had his head stuck out there, and he was nose to nose barking at a probably a little over a year-old deer with the antlers. I'm gonna set my pipe down for a second here so I can describe this. With the antlers on this thing, it was funny. It was in spring. You know, right in the beginning of the season, where the white-tailed deer that we have in our area at this point, all of them were, but I mean this particular, we have whitetail on our property. That this sucker was in full velvet, just starting to branch out on there with the little nubs on top of it. So it hadn't shaped out yet. But what was unique about this animal? What surprised me, and I had to sit there and stare at this thing because I wanted this deer. I wish this deer would have been back where I could have had my license to get it in the fall, but it had one side of its antlers going straight up like it was supposed to, and the other side going straight down. So it was curved like this, down and up. And what I don't understand is whitetail, they don't like to be around domesticated animals, especially dogs, and barking at them and all that. But they were nose to nose, just staring at each other, and I had to walk up there and said, "Hey!" And then the deer took off and then wandered over right into my garden that I had already planted for the spring, eating my tomato plant. So I had to go chase him out of the tomato plants. So he was a pretty docile deer, and that's my most funniest encounter. I mean, I've got several throughout my life that bears and other whitetails and domesticated ones that's squeaking at me right here, right now. My little tater tot German Shepherd mixture, little beautiful little dog. And I know as soon as I'm done here, anyway. But that's what I wanted to do my congratulations for your 100th gras. Is that deer, the most unique looking deer that I've ever seen, for antlers that are shaped like one going straight down and one going straight up, and a little bit of curve, how whitetail curve just a little bit, and just a gorgeous split antler. Was going to be turned into a 4-point, you could tell, but 4-point crooked. But that was mine, and then being so docile of I had to walk out to the garden and talk to him and tell him to get out of my garden, and that was what was kind of funny and unique when this all occurred. So there you go. Congratulations on your 100th gras, and hopefully I made it in time to get into it. I'm going to put a link to your page for the gras. So please get me put into your drawing, and I appreciate it, and congratulations.
I didn't see you sitting in your stand. I didn't know I was walking on your land. I leaned down just to get a big bite of grass. I had a feeling something wasn't right. Then I saw a flash of, oh no, you didn't light.